back, and this looks like RB, but it's not RB. It is Sim. We are Sim gamers, and gonna be showing a little bit of what's called Dragon Bag. So this is a situation you really don't want to find yourself in, is being tailed by four different people in planes that are a little bit better turning than you are. And this thing up here, the K84, is pretty much almost as fast as the P47 and turns much better. Just kind of cancels you out. Um, all these other planes, this guy's slow, this guy's slow, this guy's reasonably quick, and he can kind of do most of the same things that you can. But we're not going to be doing that because we don't want to take a 4 versus 1 dogfight in a plane that is relatively fucking massive. Instead, we're going to try to rely on Raymond up here, or Stradivar, and we're going to try to use a little bit of our speed to get away from these guys, draw them out, and set this guy up here for some free attacks. So let's see what happens. Now, in this situation, really the only plane that I'm very concerned about is this T-84, and then we have another guy coming in here. Red Nuclear is a little bit too slow, P-55 is slow, C-205 had a little bit of energy, but you can see that he is losing distance. This guy's losing distance. Zero came in. Now, in SB, we're actually sitting in the cockpit looking back. We just see a bunch of white trails behind us, and we don't exactly know who is who. We get a little bit of distance, we put her into a climb. I figure I have an angle on his K-84. I have lost sight of the C-205. I fly in front of his guns, but if you don't hit the first shot, and I know you're there, we just set up for more or less the same thing. Raymond just came in, he's going to clear my 6. And he's just going to spray this guy down. Now, Raymond is in the same situation I was, with a bunch of people just chasing after him. He can't commit to this fight, and it's not one that he should commit to. C-205, he has to dive out. He kind of just fucks off. Now, between me and Raymond, what we're going to do is we have a big clusterfuck over here. We don't want to turn this into just a pure dogfight. We're just going to draw these guys out. Stradivar is going to come in, and he might set up for some attacks. But by going in 2 separate directions, we are spreading these guys out horizontally. And we're just giving them a chance to make mistakes. And we're also giving our team a chance to set up. These guys can't kill us, so we are relatively safe. But as you see in the background, P-84, he is stalking. It's really the only plane. It's kind of a huge pain in the ass, but he sees the F-82 and he breaks off. Guess what? This is just like Air RB, man. It's literally exactly pretty much the same. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey goes for next plane. We have an energy advantage against the K-84, G-55, C-205. Keep in mind, we're in cockpit view, so we can kind of see these guys. I'm setting up to go for them, but Raymond says, hey, I got a 6. I got 2 guys trailing me. I have a 109 that's high, and he has a J2M2 in trail. That's what he thinks that he has. In reality, it's the opposite. The 109 is following him directly. The J2M, he is setting up to eventually get directly above him and dive straight on top of him, because if this guy forces him to turn, he can close the distance even though he doesn't have the speed, because that's what he's doing. He's picking up an altitude advantage. In the meantime, Raymond could just keep going straight. Now, with my speed up here, I only got 500 kilometers per hour. It's not a lot, but I'm going to play counterintuitively. I just want to have the ability to point up at this guy and spray. Now, the reason that this attack kind of sort of works is because if I hit him and he catches on fire, then we don't have to do anything. That's a 2v1. It's very easy to do. And we make the attack. We don't really get anything, so we just nose down, and we're going to run away. We have more or less spoiled his energy advantage, and we're back in the same situation where we're running away. But I'm only running away from this guy. Raymond, on the other hand, he's running away from that guy. Now, eventually we can just close the distance. I can go boop, right up into this guy's asshole and spray him down, and then by the time that happens, this guy will be 5 kilometers behind me. But in the meantime, this guy starts to break off. Raymond looks like he's going for an attack on Red Nuclear. He's getting some energy. And we are just going to look behind us. The J2M2, he is basically setting off at 1.6 kilometers, and we are not particularly worried about him because we have a couple of options. We're going to do what's called a target switch here. Raymond's going to drag this guy back to me. Now, going for head-on, not the optimal shot, but based on the way these guys play, they're a little bit more cautious than I am. So we're just going to spray. Get a water leak or something, it's GG, it's over. In the meantime, J2M2, he is flying with backup. He is basically setting up for the same thing, thinking if we commit to Red Nuclear, then he comes in for 3 kills. But Red Nuclear has damage, so he has to fly back to his base. This guy has got an energy advantage, but he's isolated himself up here. Same thing, counterintuitive. Go for the head-on. Spray like an asshole, get some hits. Now, the thing is with head-on, is I'm not necessarily trying to get the kill. Like, obviously getting it's nice, but it just spoils the trajectory, and forcing him to dodge puts him at like an angular disadvantage. It puts him more or less in front of me, and then at this point, this is a dogfight he should easily win, but because Japanese players are used to very easily winning, we can start in a good position, we can just pursue a good position, and hope that he makes a mistake. And there's the mistake right there. You see that he overrolled, he rolls back into the guns, and he gets sprayed. And he is not out of the game, but that's a kill. And in the situation we're in, we're flying back towards the battle zone here, and now we have more or less an energy advantage over everything else. Anyways, that's part of how you do the stuff and the things.